Hey guys, could we make things universal on all these tractors, please? No? Oh, you make too much money doing it, huh? And it's funny. Okay. Well, good news. The fertilizer is coming out of the nurse trailer. Bad news. All of it is out. More bad news though, that's $6,000 worth of fertilizer coming out of there. I gotta get that out of this trailer. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. Hey, it has been 5-6 months, something like that, since I've last even remotely held a camera in my hands. They call me the seasonal YouTuber. Sometimes the seasonal farmer as well. Not that I hate doing this or that I hate farming really. I just life happens, you know. I was having a kid, kind of, you know, just wanted to spend time with the family. Maybe I should have kept doing this, I don't know. But hey, here we are. Took a hiatus again for the second time. First time wasn't my fault. All my data got corrupted, lost all the video. What are you gonna do? Here we are now. Back again. Thanks for those that have stuck around somehow. I'm terrible at what I do. Anyway, I kind of figured I would start out with just, you know, a tour of the farm. I don't even think I really properly did one since I started the YouTube channel, 2 years ago or whatever it was. Those of you that have been around for a while, you already know what's around here on the farm. Well, there's some new stuff, as you can see. I'm standing next to one right now. There's some new things around the farm. I just want to do a proper kind of tour. That way you get a little idea of what's going on around here and what capabilities we have in the first place. Not saying that having the machinery makes us capable of anything, but it certainly helps. So I guess first things first, we can start off with the ripper. MRX 690, it is the biggest piece of junk ever made on the side of this beautiful planet. Garbage. As I said, we have a ripper, doesn't make us capable of ripping anything. It's junk. No, no, it does the job. It is a huge POS, but leaves the ground rougher than all get out. It is a horrible experience to even try to finish, level up the soil in the spring, run a sprayer, do anything after that thing has been in the field. I wish it was gone, but we don't even use it hardly anymore at all. We strip till most everything, about 85%. That thing really just gets used when we need to incorporate stuff, break up compaction, maybe some areas we took the truck into the field, you know, yada yada. Spread lime, rip it into the ground. That's why it's here. Other than that, I wish that thing would roll down a hill and we'd never find it again. Next up, we do have the Ranger, old 900. Yeah, there's really nothing to say about this thing. No doors, no AC, no nothing, literally just your standard Ranger. We spray with it. We also map our boundaries for our strip till and all that stuff with it. Pretty much all it gets used for. Then we got the auger cart, Brandt Avalanche 1196. I would assume the numbering 1196 means that's how many bushel it should hold, somewhere in there, 1200 bushel. I have no idea. All I know is that it holds enough for a semi, and that's what we wanted. So about 1,000, 1,100 bushel grain cart, somewhere in there. It also has the, what do you want to call them, the Muck Masters or whatever the heck they are, the LSWs tires. Let's see if I can see what it's called here. Yeah, Muck Master LSW, 1250 40 R46s. These things are wide and they are monstrous. I mean, you can just see I'm 6'7", solid 240, 5% body fat. So they're pretty big. Next on the list is gonna be the new mower. We used to have a bush hog, gearboxes blew out of it. He was gonna replace the gearboxes. Gearboxes cost like 2,000 a piece, somewhere in there. It was astronomical. He's like, you know what, this thing's not even worth it. It's not even worth that anymore. We'd had that mower for, I don't even know how long. Anyway, he ended up with a new Lamb Pride. Absolutely love this thing. Fantastic mower, built like a brick house. We did end up with a new addition to the family. We lost one of the olds. Moment of silence there for it. The 2155 is gone. It let him down. He was actually hoeing corn this spring, and he's like, man, I can't see anything out of the headlights of this thing. Brought it home. Finally realized that there was no hydraulic oil in it left when he got here because it had blown hoses and everything. It was down for the count, 2 flat tires. it was kind of a mess. But anyway, rented a tractor from Heritage, little 6140M. I told him, don't get in it. Do not get in the tractor. I brought it home. I said, just let me go hoe the corn. Needless to say, he got in it, and now it's here. It was kind of funny, actually. He was sitting there hoeing corn in the 2155, and he goes, I called him. I said, how's it going? He goes, you know, I'm actually really enjoying myself in this 155. It kind of just brings back a little bit of nostalgia, you know. I miss the old days. Well, anyway, we brought this home. He gets in it. The second he gets in it, he's pulling out with the rotary hoe out of the barnyard, and he's got a big old grin on his face. And I call him in about an hour, and I said, how's the hoeing going? And he goes, I'm going to be honest, the second I got in this tractor, all the nostalgia went away. Next up is going to be the cover crop seeder. This is something Dad and I put together. It is literally just a rolling harrow, 1245D Unverferth. It's got the baskets on the back, or baskets in the front, drum on the back, sorry, to press in the seed. Put a Valmar 6056 on the front of it. Kind of just built this ourselves, rigged it up. There's actually a video of it on the YouTube channel of us building this thing. And we got the tractor that I kind of made happen. We had a Case 305 Magnum that was the biggest. It matched up with the MRX 690, the Ripper. Junk, absolute junk. Had nothing but problems with that tractor. So anyway, we traded for this thing. 8360 RT. Dad doesn't necessarily like the 2-track tractors, but I kind of wanted it. He'd rather have front wheel assist. I get it. It's just with the strip till, the strip freshener, I'm running 12 mile an hour with that thing, trying to be as accurate as possible and as straight as possible. It's just nice in a 2-track. Then we got John Deere's soil finisher. This is the best tillage tool that John Deere has ever built and probably ever will. I cannot remember the number of it, but either way, actually a solid tool. They do not make any other tillage tool that comes close to this thing. Wouldn't trade this thing for the world. It is fantastic. And for the planter, we do have a John Deere 1770 NT, 16 row, CCS, liquid fertilizer, the whole 9 yards, boxes, for insecticide boxes as well. A lot of precision planting upgrades on it. We just leave it dirty. Anybody else? Just put it in the shed, leave it dirty, take it out and run it. Seems to still break while it's sitting in the shed, but we like to think that that's at least keeping it somewhat preserved. I'm just kind of going to the closest equipment here. Little baby truck, 28-foot trailer. It's got the power doors on the bottom now for the hopper. We actually went to that because this is now going to be our fertilizer tender. So we're going to pick up about 20 ton of fertilizer with this thing. And we bought another piece of equipment that I'll show you shortly. And the reason why we put the power doors on is because of that piece of equipment. I'll just show you that one next. Now, before I show you this piece, can anybody guess what this next piece of equipment I'm going to show you is? The reason we put the power doors on the bottom of that hopper has something to do with fertilizer. We no longer have those wagons, if you've watched. What could it be? Yeah, I figured you guys would guess it. It is, in fact, a rusty old bushel basket. See, we couldn't operate the doors while we had this underneath the hopper so that we could get the fertilizer out of the truck and slowly dump into our strip till bar. So we got the bushel basket, we got the power doors so that we can, you know, just operate them with a remote while we hold that underneath and gather as much fertilizer as we can. Then we can shut them remotely and be able to dump in a little bit at a time, you know. Hopefully you guys caught the sarcasm there. We did get a self-moving, self-contained conveyor. USC. Is it a good brand? I have no idea. Looks nice. Like I said, self-mover. It's got the big old wheels on it. Self-contained. Everything's all powered just right here. We can slip that thing underneath the trailer and get to filling the strip till bar a lot quicker. For those of you that have watched the channel quite a bit, you probably have seen how we've been filling our strip till bar with just a couple gravity wagons, and the strip till bar actually has its own auger on the strip till bar, or on the cart, if you will. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour to load that thing, so this should speed the process up. We did end up with a new to us 16 row ammonia bar. Now that we got that 8360, we figured why not? Let's go to a 16 row, we can pull it. Still need to get a few more things done on this thing. We'd like to put an injector on it. We have yet to do that, but hopefully next year. Then we got the Kenworth T800 Ravens dump trailer. Nothing to look at, but got a Wilson sitting across the lane there. In the little shed, we got a few items. I'm just gonna rapid fire them here. Grain platform for the combine. 735 FD, 35 footer, flex draper. It still needs going over. Genie GTH 5519, 19-foot reach telehandler. Unrefer seed runner, that is our seed tender for the beans. Rotary hoe, grader, shingles for a roof. I did almost forget the most important piece, the most reliable tractor on the farm, the old Super M. This is the hog lot where we store all our junk and treasures. It's also where we park some of our trailers, but here's the gooseneck nurse trailer that we just set up last year. 2,000 gallon capabilities. A couple induction tanks. We can set up some bulk tanks on the front of it. It's got a solar panel on top, runs the battery. It's really quite nice. Flatbed trailer for running corn seed. We still get pallets and bags. Liquid fertilizer. Combine. I'm gonna be totally transparent with you. This camera died and I don't know where I lost you. I'm not even a real YouTuber, so. 780 combine. I think that's the last thing we talked about. New to us, had a case combine, loved it. Caught on fire. Now we're here. Everything on the farm is deer now, other than the sprayer, which we'll get to that. But yeah, absolutely love this machine. Super quiet. Runs like a champ. Dad's pride and joy is 8270R front wheel assist. Loves this tractor. We've had it since it was new, basically. So we know what's been done to it. It just goes. I'm not gonna say anything because I know what happens, but fantastic machine. Another one of Dad's pride and joys, 7600 John Deere. It was the mowing tractor. Now it's just downgraded to a loader tractor and a auger queen, basically, since the 155 is gone. Strip till bar, as of now, is actually just an 8-row Orthman with a Flexicoil cart, kind of just Frankenstein into a strip till bar. The caddy is a little worse for wear. It could definitely be replaced with a Montag or something. Steel cart, doesn't mix well with fertilizer. It works. We've got stainless parts all over it just to keep this thing running, but the caddy itself is what it is. Orthman bar, one of the best strip till bars out there, I believe. Anyway, makes a fantastic strip. And yeah, it works pretty good. Here's the auger that's on the side of it. It is junk. The flighting is absolute junk as well. Everything about that is junk, so that is why we went that way. We're gonna start hauling with the baby truck, filling it with a conveyor. Should make life a lot easier. So as far as strip till goes, this is actually my strip freshener. Dad and I built this thing out of a 1770 NT planter bar. I told him, I said, I love the transport width of your bar. Is there any way we can just build a freshener onto it? So I bought a bar, painted it black, put the Yetter CC units on it. We fabricated some tank saddles and everything and just kind of built this thing. It is great. As far as the sprayer goes, 1064 Rogator. This thing is older than the hills, but we have all of the new tech on it. It's got the PWM system on it. It's going to have the resurge or whatever. Gosh, what is it called? I have a terrible time with the technical terms. A terrible time with the technical terms on this thing. Say that 5 times fast. Recirculate, I don't know what it is. Ag leader, where it just charges the booms over and over again. If you can think of it, let me know. We have it, it's just not on. We got the PWM system on, got the new ag leader system in there. It's a nice running machine. Other than when the wheel motors go bad, they're $15,000 a piece. And I think one's going bad now. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of want to go back to a pull type sprayer just because I've had quite a few issues with this thing. And a new self-propelled is like $750,000. I think that's most of the equipment. I mean, we have equipment elsewhere that's not on the farm here, but I mean, you kind of get the gist of things. As far as the farm itself, shop, main storage shed, which is hopefully getting turned into a shop soon. We're gonna add some more bays on here for a wash bay, get concrete, heat, and everything in there. We actually just, I don't know if you noticed, but we just trenched and buried a line to get power to that shed this summer. So it is ready to be wired up before the insulation goes in. And then we've got a littler shed over here for storage. We really are out of storage. As you can tell, everything is just sitting outside. It doesn't sit outside all year, but right now it is. And we have some pieces that just, they do sit outside all year. So this really needs to be turned into a shop, and then we need to put up like an 80 by 200 cold storage shed over there somewhere. As far as grain storage, 8,000 bushel wet holding bin, 2 Canson dryers that need work. Work perfectly for our setup anyway. It's all automated. Air system that runs into the corn bins. We got a 50,000 bushel, a 15,000, and a 10,000 bushel bin. I can't remember the diameters or anything like that, so don't ask. Bean bins, we've got a little guy over there, 3,400 bushel, and 2 over here. Don't remember the bushels on those or the width, so again, don't ask. I just fill them until they're overflowing. And you would know that too if you watch as well. But yeah, anyway, first time using this camera, so if you couldn't even see half of the stuff that I was pointing out, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing yet with this thing. This could be one of the worst videos I've ever made. I have no idea. Don't even know how the audio sounds, anything. So good luck. And thanks for watching this far, I guess. I'm gonna go back and edit all the footage that I have for the springtime. I have quite a bit of footage. I literally haven't edited it or uploaded it to YouTube. I might just put it in this video and just kind of get you guys caught up. So, hey, if you like the video so far, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, it's all free. We're gonna be going on, harvest is soon, so I'm gonna be actually uploading videos again with a newborn. It's kind of rough, honestly, but hey, that's life, right? We've all done it, I think. Some of you haven't, maybe, I don't know. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, hey, appreciate you guys. Appreciate the guys that stuck around so long. Appreciate the guys that have commented, being like, hey, where have you been? You know, I miss your content or miss you guys. Hope you're doing okay. I really appreciate that, honestly. It makes me want to come back, you know. It makes me want to keep making videos and stuff. Not that I don't want to, but it certainly helps knowing that there are people out there that actually care. Anyway, here's what we got up to during spring. I'm just going to sprinkle in some of the highlights, and yeah, we'll go from here. We'll go from here, guys. Start harvest over. New camera, new me. Not really new me, but new camera. Anyway, your favorite seasonal YouTuber is out.
On the dance floor at Chelsea's bar, I should have turned her away, but I was out of sea. I was firing, she was gasoline.
You gonna help her up there? She wants to sit up there.
Nope, I need the other side now. Okay.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Well, how did she do? Wow, you know it was getting dry when we started getting tumbleweeds around Illinois. That's unreal.
Mom, yes. Those dogs are not gross. Daddy needs some charges. Daddy needs some charges.
Well, good news. My wife did not take her sunglasses back.
You guys are probably being blinded right now. I usually have a hat on, so that doesn't help. My forehead is as white as can be. Although if he would have seen me in these glasses, he probably would have said, you cannot farm this anymore.
I hate birds.
Making me put my boots back on. Come on, man. I was trying to stay in the cab the whole day. I better not have to get out of the cab again. I'm gonna have to start charging him money. I guess I will eat my lunch in sadness. Scrumptious bacon ranch tuna in a packet. There's like 6 bald eagles circling over us right now. There's like 5 bald eagles, and then one of them is all brown. So I don't know, maybe he kept his hair, I don't know. Not bald. What? What'd you say? Those are louder than the dryers at home. Okay, back to what were we doing again? Oh, the sun is miserable. Oh yeah, forgot. That's better. Should I stop with the sunglasses joke? Probably. Am I going to? No. Now, I know you already know this because you are insanely smart, intelligent, and handsome. You know, it's crazy. It's a Sunday. It's my mother's birthday. My whole family is out at our house celebrating it, eating good food and cake and playing games. And Dad and I are here. Is it wrong? Probably. But with the forecast we have, we gotta be here. But anyway, happy birthday, Mom, if you watch this. Sorry I cannot be there. You know, every time we get knocked down, I just gotta stay up and positive, you know. I do still have these sunglasses. Morning! I am within the safety of my cab right now. Oh, it's a good thing I got a set of sunglasses in here. Not only do they look cool, but they feel cool. I'm gonna wear these while I drive down the road so that people look at me and say, what in the world is that guy wearing? Why? Stop it. This is our last field, guys. I'd say it's bittersweet, but I am ready to be done. It may not seem like it, but my energy levels are actually like right there. So if I'm not mistaken, probably don't add any of this, by the way. I'm just rambling and I don't know why. Well, I wasn't going to set the auto steer, but I realized how impossible it is to drive this thing while trying to hold a camera. And I know immediately what half of you just said was, then don't hold the camera while you're driving it. It's true. Okay, Dad just called. He's coming to pick me up. Apparently we've lost an entire section of the cedar, or just a piece of the cedar in the field. It's wasted a lot of time. All right, he's coming to get me.
There it is.
It's over, right?
That's it.
We're not missing anything.
Nope.
2024 is in the books. Another one down.
Anything technology is such a stinking disaster anyway. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time. Anyway, that's really all we got to do here. Grease it, and then it can run. I have been just updating monitors all day. Other than that, we are making strips. Get out of there. I know what you're doing. Get out. Yeah. I got a sandwich for Dad. That's not that big. He said a big red rock. That is like medium sized. one out of 6.
Yeah, you're gonna have fun there too, because there's no breaker bar in there.
Seriously.
Are you tightening them?
Yes. Okay, so it was plug-in lines 1 and 2, which usually means it's plugged before the Y. If it's doing both at the same time, it's usually before the Y. Okay, so I climbed under here because I know I've got an issue. Well, I'm laying under here and I see leaking. I see some dripping oil. That tire is completely wet. And I'm thinking, oh, there's no way. And of course, like all things here on Salisbury Farms, it is the worst case scenario. That cylinder is very bad. And I've got hydraulic oil everywhere. Why? Why? Now what is going on here? This is just, I just came to pick him up so that we could go diagnose what was going on with mine, and he's got So anyway, Dad is ripping still. We got his issue fixed. It's cold outside again, so now I'm dressed up like the stinking Michelin Man, and I can never get out of my jackets and stuff. Come on. Get off of me. I hate the cold. I hate the cold. So anyway, we're gonna try and get something done, I guess. This tillage has not gone well at all. Oh, those are big boys, huh? Oh, you shut them off right next to each other. Any more? You guys around here? Is that how you count those, right? Do you get to count the little guys? The 8-point buck? I don't hunt, so I really don't know. I know what you're thinking. You don't even hunt? What kind of farmer doesn't hunt? I hit things with my car. Does that count? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about done with this field, finally, right? Right? Yeah. Oh. Just had to get out and look around. Get some fresh air. You know, I've been sitting in that cab for a while. You can see the strips I've been making have been really nice. Yeah. What are you doing there, buddy? Just picking up one side? Just another cylinder blown? No? This time we hit a rock and you decided to break the hitch? Is that what happened? Okay. Well, I kind of wish you didn't do that. Yeah. So, why? We've gone through both cylinders at this point. The meter housing constantly plugs because something's wrong in there. And now you're gonna break the 3-point hitch on me so that I can't run anymore. Oh, this is just going so good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I should probably just quit. Just, you know, we got Thanksgiving tomorrow. Get all fat, take several naps for a couple days. Forget about farming in general for at least 3 to 4 days. Maybe even do some hauling. Forget tillage. And then come back when something wants to go my way. Because I'm gonna lose my mind is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lose my mind. I haven't even filmed 90% of the stuff that's been happening this fall. We just got started, basically. Hallelujah. We are back together. Oh yes, how could I forget? That needs fixed. It should just fall right out of there now. Now, if you were to ask me, hey Jay, I know you love this bar and all, but there's got to be something that you hate about it, and you're right. It's the fact that the tank is 14 foot in the air, and there's no real good way to get to it. And it's going to go one of two ways. There's either going to be liquid coming out of the row units, or the hose underneath the main tank is going to explode. One of the two. So, just let me know, holler, if I got water coming out of the row units, give me a thumbs up. Scream as loud as you can if it blows up underneath that tank. Hey guys, could we make things universal on all these tractors, please? No? Oh, you make too much money doing it, huh? And it's funny. Okay. In order to get implement guidance on John Deere, you have to have a foot switch plugged in that has power. They make foot switches that do not have the power to send to the globe on the back. Why? I don't know. Why the harnesses that come for the implement guidance don't just come with a power cable that goes to the implement globe, I don't know. I had to splice in a wire that was already there, by the way. I had to splice in and come to power into the back of the tractor here, just to power the globe. Why? You know why? Because in order to get that one cable that is the length from the cab just to the back of the tractor right here, right, is $114. So needless to say, I went and got 14 gauge wire and just wired it in myself. Well, I know you didn't ask for it, but you just might see a grown man cry. When I get back, I'm gonna dump that filter out from underneath that trailer, which could be a bad thing because I don't know if we put a ball valve before that filter. Laws of physics would say the level of water is here, or fertilizer. It should come out of here. There's no ball valve underneath there. This is straight from the tank. So, that fertilizer settles. I was walking around and I noticed another thing. That is all settled product, and that is the rest of it. It is already settled out. It has plugged the bottom of that tank. I genuinely might cry. Well, good news. The fertilizer is coming out of the nurse trailer. Bad news. All of it is out. More bad news though, that's $6,000 worth of fertilizer coming out of there. I gotta get that out of this trailer. All right, well, we tried. The product that showed up is still slushy. So they've got to get that figured out. Oh man, I do not want to do this at all. I still got this crap all over the ground from the last time. Now I'm just gonna be adding to it. Can you see in there? Snow cone, anyone? Ladies and gentlemen, you are not gonna believe this, but we are loaded down and ready to go. They have figured it out. They have got it to me very early this morning. No settling in the sight glass. Yes, I made a mess. Let's not talk about it. Yeah, you see that mess? Yeah. I gotta get this all out of this tank. Where are my gloves? You're really worried about your gloves. Yes, I gotta keep my hands clean. Need a full body glove. All right, we're giving it one last go. I took the filter completely out of the bar. This could be a disaster. All my orifices could plug very easily. Okay.
I think it's good. Come on! Woo! I feel like it's Christmas morning! Well, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the bar is empty. Needless to say, the fertilizer I was using is not going to work. But we had to finally get some guys out here to excavate our gravel and get it out of here. Well, thank goodness for Klein Excavating.